So you've been working diligently to really heal and repattern and break those codependent patterns, right? So first of all, give yourself a pat in the back for at least making the effort and being willing to look at the uncomfortable things and changing for you, for your growth, right? So give yourself a pat in the back. That is definitely a well-deserved celebration for you. So, what are the actual signs that you want to look for to know that you are on the right path of breaking those codependent patterns for good? So, today in this video, I will be giving you the 6 things that you want to watch out for and these are signs that you are actually on the right path. So, let's begin. First thing is that you are able to initiate difficult conversations. And so when you have codependent tendencies, you tend to avoid conflict, right? You avoid conflict like the plague. You used to not touch any conflict with a 10-foot pole, right? But when you are finding any conflict or any injustice, you are able to stand up for it. You are able to initiate that difficult conversation, whether it be someone from your family, whether it be someone from your team in your business who is not picking up their slack, right? Or a client who is not really doing the best things for themselves, just being able to initiate those uncomfortable conversations and being able to be okay with giving constructive criticism is a sign that you are finally breaking that pattern for good because you are able to speak your truth. Number 2 is taking guilt-free you time, taking care of yourself without any guilt, and being able to do that self-care exercise or self-care activity that you want and thinking to yourself, hell yes, I deserve this time for myself. I deserve this 1-hour yoga break. I deserve this facial. I deserve time uninterrupted for half an hour in the morning or in the evening daily to just be with myself, to gather my own thoughts, and being unapologetic with your boundaries with that and actually following through with it. When you're able to have guilt-free time with yourself, or you are starting to release the guilt of taking time for yourself, this means that you're breaking that codependent pattern for good, because now you're actually taking responsibility for you and you are putting yourself first. So yay. Number 3 is you are able to acknowledge your own personal limitations because you have taken full responsibility for them, and you're actually able to look at your capacity, right? Your ability to handle things, and you're able to be honest with yourself and saying, I don't think I can do that. I don't think I can commit to that. I am going to say no to that, right? So by being able to identify your constraints, your limitations, and it not being because you are incapable of it, but just because you are one person, you can only do so much, the best of your abilities, and you're prioritizing you now. Being able to acknowledge that you have limitations and being able to set that boundary for yourself and say, I'm not going to overly commit myself, and I'm only going to take things on that I know I can handle at this time. Maybe in the future, once I have the capacity, but for now, this is what I'm capable of. I cannot I have these limitations because X, Y, and Z that are important to me, that I want to do, that I want to desire, and I simply cannot do this other thing because then if I commit to that, then I know that I will not be honoring my needs. Coming from that place is so empowering, isn't it? So if you're there or you're finding yourself that you're almost there, then great job. Number 4, you are able to release control of external circumstances. As you know, we cannot control a lot of things in life. We think we can, but we truly can't. We cannot control the weather, anything that happens externally. We can only control ourselves. Control is an illusion, right? Control is a way of our minds to find certainty. And when you are able to reprogram your mind to think that way and act in ways where you're not trying to control every little thing, then this means that you have rewired this pattern. So this is a great thing, because when you release control, it's like having control is like doing this, right? You're clenching, you're trying to control everything. But once you like let that go, the inner peace and the weight that you carry is going to feel so light. It's going to feel very peaceful. It's going to feel more at ease, and you'll feel more at flow with your day, because you have released the ability to control things that you don't have control over anyways. That's another thing you're putting on your plate unnecessarily. But when you're able to release that control, you're only able to actually focus on the things that do matter to you, which are your own needs, wants, thoughts, actions, and behaviors, right? So when you're able to release the control externally and know that you're able to, and then have the ability to control your own actions, then girl, you are going to be unstoppable. So good job repatterning this behavioral pattern. Number 5 is asking for help. So once you're able to ask for help, that actually is a sign of strength. Asking for help is a sign of courage. Asking for help is you telling you that you prioritize you. So you're not going to add things on your list that you don't want to do, right? This is very much present if you're someone in business and you're delegating things to your team, right? Or you're delegating things to others. If you're at home, you're delegating chores, you're delegating things in the kitchen, right? Being able to ask for help. And when people offer help, you actually take it instead of feeling bad, right? If they offer help, they wanted to help. So you being able to receive help and not just only ask for help is also a sign that you are repatterning that old codependent pattern, because we may think that we are independent, which is true at some point, but really the point of being human is to connect with others, right? And one way we can connect with others is through asking for help and receiving help that we so deserve. So when you're able to actually ask and receive for help unapologetically, without it meaning that you are incapable, and being, and freeing yourself from any other responsibility other than the ones that you want to commit to, that is a great sign that that codependent pattern is being repatterned. And good job. Give yourself a pat in the back, because I know that this one is very difficult for codependents, because people with codependent patterns are the ones who give the help. They're more likely and more comfortable to give help, and receiving help is very unfamiliar. So when you're here, congratulate yourself. Last but definitely not the least is you are able to stand up for yourself. Standing up for yourself is such an empowering thing. You already know this, but once you're able to stand up for yourself, once you're able to call people out on their bullshit, and be firm and solid as you do so, that is a sign that you have regained your sense of self. That is a sign that you are firm and true to what you truly believe in, because standing up for yourself requires courage and solidity for you to stick to whatever it is that you are standing up for, right? And so when you get yourself into this state where the fear of judgment is no longer there, and you are just standing up for yourself, no matter what people think, and you are still able to continue on with your day and keep going, and just allow yourself to release it and brush it off, and work through the emotions surrounding that, because I mean, it's not easy, right? It gets uncomfortable to stand up for yourself, but being able to stick to your truth while shifting the emotional roller coaster that comes with that is a great sign that you are healing or from that old pattern, and that you are actually living a life now that is going to just work out for you, because you say you want it, you are going to get it, and you are going to stand up for yourself and do it no matter what. And isn't that a great thing? Isn't that a great thing for your relationships, right? Because you are going to attract relationships that are interdependent now instead of codependent. Instead of other people leeching for your help, you're able to stand up for yourself and say that this is my expectation, this is the standard, take it or leave it, right? And that is like such a vibe, isn't it? And, being able to stand up for yourself is also good for business, right? I mean, as business owners, assertiveness is a great skill, standing up for what you stand for in your company. And stand against, and being able to look at your team members and being able to see where the constraints are, and standing up for whether or not some team members are aligned with your values, and just being able to do that, standing up for clients who talk shit about you and initiate that difficult conversation, which was number one, right? Having all of these traits are so crucial in life, especially as an entrepreneur, and not just as an entrepreneur, someone adulthood, right? And so when you're able to stand up for yourself, good for you, because if you can stand up for you, then it's much easier to stand up for others as well, right? So when you stand up for you, your impact is going to improve, because then also you can stand up for what you truly believe for in this world. And I know you want that impact, right? So good for you for shifting all of these patterns. I hope this helped, or at least it gave you an idea as to what to strive for. And so repatterning this codependent pattern into these wonderful 6 things: initiating difficult conversation, guilt-free you time, acknowledging your limitations, releasing control of external circumstances that you have no control over, asking for help, and standing up for yourself are all patterns that I help my clients rewire unconsciously. So if this is something you're interested in, comment below, or if you want more content like this, make sure you subscribe, make sure you follow, and also if you have any questions, ask them below or message me, and I cannot wait to see you soon. So see you around.